and welcome to day 10 of Leap to Lead. Today is go time. So we're going to talk a little bit about what it means to be a lead consultant. We're going to talk about shifting our mindset, and then we're going to get ready to go. So first of all, the requirements for lead consultant, if you're not aware, are 500 PRV, 1 active frontline, and 1,000 team wholesale volume. So 500 PRV is your personal retail volume, your personal sales. And I know we have consultants in this group that some of you guys are already lead and you're working on getting to a star, and some of you guys are brand new. So bear with me while we kind of walk through all of this. 500 PRV is what we need at every single level as a Scentsy leader. So your first leadership level is lead. You need 500 PRV all the way up to superstar director, still 500 PRV. So that doesn't change. So that's really cool. That's why I really encourage everyone to get in that habit of getting 500 PRV always. Like, do you need it every single month to stay a consultant? Nope. Should you be striving for it? Yes. Because the more you do it, the more it becomes a habit, the more your customers know, they can go to you for orders, and it just starts happening. Okay, so 500 PRV for sure. Then you also need 1 active frontline so that means frontline is someone who you personally sign up, who personally joins with you. This could be a new recruit, someone who just joined, or it could be a reinstate. Reinstate is someone who was a consultant before, whether it was with you or somebody else, and they have come back. And those count as your frontline too. They can switch sponsors after 6 months and come back under you. And then that would be your frontline at that point. When they contact account services to come back, they will do a sponsor request change to be under you. Let me know if you have any questions about that. But either one, those would be your frontline. They need to have 200 PRV, which is what's active, okay? So 500 PRV for you, 200 PRV for your frontline, doesn't equal 1,000 team wholesale or group wholesale volume yet. So one of you guys or both of you guys are going to need to have more sales. The group wholesale or team wholesale volume is 75% of retail. So if you're looking to calculate that ever, it's 75% of retail. So for leadership levels at lead, this is one's 1,000, or that's 1,334 about retail that you guys need to have in sales. So the more people you have on your team, even at that lead level, the easier it is to hit that third piece to the puzzle. And people who are in your organization, they all count for that. So even if it was somebody under your frontline, all of that would count to that group wholesale volume. But you still have to have the 1 active frontline at least, okay? So let me know if you have any questions about requirements. So now we know those are the requirements. That's what we need to promote to lead consultant, to be paid at lead consultant. And so I really want to encourage you to front load your months. So that means you want to try to get that 500 PRV in the first part of every single month. That way you have the rest of the month to worry about the rest of it, whether it be, encouraging your teammate to get active, or working on recruiting conversations yourself, or boosting your PRV. You want to get that piece out of the way so that you can focus on other things. So some ways to make sure you're getting your 500 PRV right away. You can schedule parties for the beginning of every single month. So right now you're looking into December, booking in that first week of December, either some sort of an event or a party that you're going to do. Maybe you're going to ask people and find a hostess, or maybe you're going to be your own hostess if you can't find anybody else, or if it's been a while and you want to be, right? Do your own Facebook party. That's always an option. Or do your own basket party, or get a basket party out, okay? Work on front loading that month. Then I want you to really think about how it's easy to get comfortable doing what we are what we're good at. So if we're really good at doing Facebook Lives, we might do a lot of Facebook Lives and do a lot of unboxings. If you're not comfortable doing that, you're probably not going to want to do it. But I want to encourage you to get a little bit uncomfy in order to grow your business. Start doing some Facebook Lives and unboxing and showcasing what you're getting, and people are going to tune in. Do some mailers. Mailers are a great way to get your PRV. The Scentsy Club is a really good way to help ensure that you are getting that 500 PRV every month. Imagine if your PRV was all club orders. That would mean that you wouldn't even need to be doing anything, because those would just be recurring orders. So reach out and share the benefits of the club with people. If people are ordering a 6-pack of bars from you at any time, you should be sharing the benefits of the Scentsy Club with them. And those benefits include things like half price items if they have a $60 club order, bricks, bring back my bar, or always get my bar when bars are discontinued. Or like this month with the bricks, with these bricks, you can get them in bar form, which, let me just tell you, this one is amazing. Smells so good. Oh my gosh, I can smell it. It's wafting out of here right now. You can get this in just a regular bar if you don't want the whole brick in the club, but only in the club. So make sure your customers are knowing about that. It's always a great value because it delivers right to their door. They could have it shipped every 1, 2, or 3 months. You know, they pick the frequency, they pick what goes in it. They can have always get my bar, all those good things. So get your club subscriptions up, and that's going to make your work way easier. Way easier. So maybe you reach out this month and say, hey, I'm really working on sharing the Scentsy Club. Have you heard of it? This is what it is. This is why it's beneficial. I know you order washer whips every 2 months from me. How about if we just get you set up with the club and they can come right to your door? You can add blah, 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 right? Can we get you set up with the club? And work on building that club, and maybe you even offer a small prize, like I'm giving an extra thing for whoever signs up in the club, or I'm gonna do a drawing for anybody who signs up in the club in November, and they're gonna get a half price item or something, you know, whatever. It's personal special, so it has to be messaged, not put on social media, but maybe you do that to try to build up your club, okay? I promise you, the more you work to get to that 500 consistently, the easier it's going to become. 500 might be something you haven't hit yet, and that's okay. You can and you will. There are so many products in our catalog beyond Wormers and Wax that as you share them, you can get to that 500. Household items, everyday items that people use, body wash, fragrance flowers. Well, fragrance flowers isn't super everyday for everyone maybe, but do your people know about them? Take time to focus on one thing and share about that. Maybe it's the counter clean one day and you do a little demo and you say, I'm trying to sell 10 counter cleans, right? That's 200 right there. So I hope that helps. There's lots of ideas. I'm sure you guys have lots of ideas, but getting to that 500 is super important, okay? And maybe, like we talked about, you're comfortable getting PRV, but you're uncomfortable recruiting. So by not waiting till the end of the month to get your 500, you have more time in the month to focus on your recruiting. So maybe you set something up like you do PRV things on even days and team building or recruiting things on odd days. Or maybe the first week of the month you're doing PRV, the second week of the month you're doing all recruiting, you know, your posts, your conversations, everything, your host exclusive kit offering. You need to be having parties to offer that, but you know what I mean. So you're practicing on those things that you're going to build skills on. Because, I mean, some people are born recruiters. I definitely am not a born recruiter. I need lots of practice on it. I'm actually not even a born salesperson. So I need lots of practice on all of this stuff, and it's all been learned. That's how I know you can do it too. 100%. Like, I don't even know how many years it was before I had 2,000 PRV in 1 month. It was a lot. I tried really hard for a long time to get to that. level, I would say probably 2 or 3 years. And now I get 2,000 PRV every single month. It just have built that base. I've got those orders coming in, and that just kind of happens. That happens over time. Some people are, rock star PRV people right away. But anyway, I can share this with you because I know that practice and trying new things leads to improvement and leads to the results we want. Okay, so those are some ideas to get you your 500 PRV. And what I want you guys to believe, and what I want you to know, and I want you to write it in your heart, put it on your wall, put it everywhere, put it somewhere you can see it, that success is not optional. So being successful in this group, being successful as a Scentsy consultant, it's not optional. It's required. It's going to happen. Because the minute we shift our mindset and say to ourselves, it's not an option for me not to be successful in this, something changes. There's a few things here that I think of. Like, one is this example of burn the boats. And I've done a couple burn the boats trainings actually, but it was something that I learned from Joel Curtis, who used to be with Scentsy a long time ago on a director call. Anyway, none of that matters, but giving some credit where credit's due. And I know other people have done this training, but it's about Cortez and when he was conquering, coming to conquer Mexico. Horrible, by the way, but anyway. Here nor there, other people had tried and failed. They had tried and failed. But what he did when they landed on shore, he knew he was up against the wall, but he instructed his people to burn the boats. So they get off, they come across the ocean from Spain, they get off their boats, and he says, okay, burn them. What? Could you imagine if that was you, you're like, what? We're gonna die here. But no, the whole idea was there wasn't an option to conquer or not conquer. They were burning their boats. They weren't going home. They were gonna conquer what they set out to do. So that's that kind of idea. You're burning your any excuse boat, because I tell you what, when you join this business, and this might not be true for everybody, but for sure it was true for me. When I joined, my self-talk and what I told myself was, might as well try it. What's the worst that can happen? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, right? It's like a low investment. $99 is a lot of money. I took my tax return to join it. I had to at that point, right? But it's a lot of money, but it isn't thousands and thousands of dollars like starting lots of businesses is. And some of us joined on $15 specials or $20 specials, and some of us joined with host exclusive kits for free, whatever it might be. It's not a ton of money, and so it's a low investment. So it's, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. What's the harm? I go back to doing whatever, right? And we always keep that escape boat, which keeps us from being successful because we have that excuse. No, we're burning that. Being successful isn't an option. It's a requirement, and it's going to happen. You are going to be successful at this. You are going to get 500 PRV every month. You are going to get a recruit. You're going to promote to lead. You're going to promote to star, etc. Whatever. All your guys' beautiful whys that you wrote down that were so compelling and touching, you're going to achieve those and make those possible because success is not an option. Okay? So that's the mindset shift. I think we it's like a human, we're trying to protect ourselves, right? Protect ourselves from failure, or sometimes it's even protecting ourselves from success, because when you get success, that comes with whole new other chartered territories, right? So we're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna sabotage myself, right? No, we're not doing that, because we're all here to cheer for you, and success is possible with this business, and it's so beneficial and awesome and amazing, and it's just more than you could even imagine. So we are shifting our mindset, okay? Burning the boat that success doesn't have to happen. And then what we want you to do is get those 10 things that we had you prep on day one, those 10 catalogs, samples, whatever, and get 10 people from your list of 100 that you've been working on building. And you are going to get those items to those 10 people. So maybe it's reaching out to them via text or social media and saying, hey, I've got something for you. Can I get your address and send it to you, or however that might work. Then what we also want you to be sure you do is follow up, because we can give out 10 catalogs and oftentimes we don't see anything come back on them until we follow up. And there's lots of reasons why, guys. I will tell you, personally, people are busy, and I know I'm busy. I don't want to order all the time from my friends' stuff. And if I don't get reminded that I was going to order from that person's party, or I was going to do this or that, it just doesn't happen. Or I get my Athleta catalog in the mail and I'm look through it and I'm like, oh, that's cute. And then I put it to the side, and then 2 days later I get an email from Athleta and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that's cute, I wanted that. Then I get another email and I'm like, oh yeah, da, da, da. The reminders are what's key. It often doesn't happen on that first time. So get your 10 things, get them in the hands of 10 people, set yourself a reminder to follow up with those people in a couple days, maybe 2. So let's say you pass them out, give them 2 days, check back in. Hey, what did you think of that catalog? What was your favorite warmer? Or, oh, I burnt my kielbasa. I forgot I was cooking. Okay, I'll be right there. Anyway, let me wrap this up. I'm going to land this plane. So then we want you to shout out in these comments when you get your 500 PRV, because we're all here cheering for each other. We're all going to be so happy when we reach these goals and milestones, because that's what being in the Scentsy group is all about. So put in the comments when you get your $500, so we can all celebrate with you, and your success is going to inspire others, because as others see she did it, I can do it too. So let us know so we can all cheer and celebrate, and then let us know when you get your 10 things given out. Okay, I'm gonna go get my kielbasa off the stove and I guess make another one because it's burnt. All right, bye.